G'day everybody, and welcome to your 2021 British Grand Prix Fantasy Review, brought to you by Box Blockhead. Let's dive right in. An exciting race, the first time we saw sprint qualifying, if you can call it that, a sprint race. And so the points might be a little higher than you might expect. It's also race number 10. We've got some streaks that might have been activated in there, so let's have a look. First place this weekend is Lewis Hamilton. Took qualifying, took the main race second in the sprint, 65 points. Lando Norris, 53 points. He had some streaks activated, did well in all three races this weekend. And Charles Leclerc had the win taken off him with only a few laps to go, 48 points. Well done to those three. Mercedes with the best team for this weekend on 86. And Sergio Perez didn't get a World Championship point, but still ended up with a +5 for the fastest lap of the race. The driver result as it stands looks like this. Hamilton, Norris, Leclerc, as I said. Bottas in fourth. Alonso, Ricciardo, Perez, Stroll, Sainz and Verstappen. Best value up there is Lando Norris on 3.76, with Leclerc and Alonso both over 2 in the first half. Tsunoda, Russell, Mazepin all over 2 in the second half. Vettel the only one with a negative to his name. Of course, the sprint race points all added up, which meant that we had higher points totals than normal. The constructors' result looks like this. Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull, 1, 2, 3, 4. Williams with a good value this weekend. McLaren and Ferrari with the top value. So how did you do? How did you do? Did you have this team? The dream team, Hamilton, Norris, Alonso, Stroll, Mazepin and Ferrari would have netted you 311 points. I actually had a different team that got me 310 in that $100 million budget cap. If you think you can do better, if you think you've got a different team that got more points, let me know in the comments. $99.2 million for this particular team. That's taking Hamilton rather than Verstappen. No Perez, no Sainz, no Leclerc, but Mazepin. Man, if you had this team, you would have done very well. And if you mega drive at Hamilton, that would have been huge, a huge catch up on other people in your mini league. The dud team, the bottom 5 drivers look like this: Latifi, Gasly, Schumacher, Raikkonen, Vettel, and Haas. You could have also had Ocon, who was the same points as Latifi, or Alpha, same points as Haas, 43. That's a big gap, 43 to 300. $54.7 million for this particular team. Ocon was a little bit more. Alpha was a little bit more. So, these are the drivers that you had. I think I had Gasly. I think a few people had Schumacher. Still got decent points, though. The driver's bonus chance. These are the bonus points. We had Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen, Norris, all on 4. Their streak was on 4. Heading into Britain, they all did it. They all made it to Q3. They all got +5. Then they all went into the sprint race, and they all did different things in the sprint race, netted different kinds of points. In the race, we only had Alonso and Norris up for a bonus. They both did it. They both finished in the points, +10 for both of them. That's why Norris with a bonus 15. If you turboed him, if you megaed him, those points all got boosted. The driver's bonus chance looking ahead. Perez made it to Q3 for the 4th time. Hungary, he's up for some points. Some bonus 5 for Perez. Tsunoda and Stroll, they were on 2. Heading into Britain, neither of them made it into Q3. So both of them lose their streak. Russell and Vettel, they're on 2 now. They're going to be looking after Belgium, which I think is the Netherlands. Zandvoort for the first time. Well, first time that I can remember. Apparently they used to race there. They're both on 2, so they've got to keep their streak going. There's a bunch of drivers who've just finished their streak or who have just started new streaks, so they'll pop up when they get to 2 or 3, depending on how many drivers there are in the race. Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen, they were all on 3. Verstappen didn't finish. He got shunted into the wall on the first lap. He is okay. Thank goodness for that. Seeing the pictures coming out of the hospital, thumbs up. Poor Verstappen misses his streak. Hamilton, Bottas, they both head into Hungary. The Mercedes drivers for a potential bonus 10 going on to their race total. Leclerc and Sainz, they are on 1, 2, 3. They're looking at Belgium for a potential bonus. They've both got to finish in Q3 to get there in Hungary. And then we have Danny Rick. He's going to be looking at Netherlands as well. He's on a streak of 2 times finishing in the points now. Again, like I said before, other drivers starting a new streak or they've just racked up a bonus. So we'll see about those when they get to 2 or 3, depending on how many drivers we have to try and fit into that tiny little box. The Constructors bonus chance now. Red Bull, AlphaTauri, both heading into Britain. Did they all finish in Q3? No, not the Alphas. So Red Bull picking up a bonus 5 for their trouble. Aston Martin, they also didn't both make it into Q3. Only Vettel, I believe. So Aston Martin lose their streak. Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren, they are all starting a new streak. They're on 1. So they're not looking at Hungary. They're all looking at Spa. They're all looking at Belgium for a potential bonus 5. They can keep that streak going. In the race, Ferrari, 1, 2, picked up the bonus 10. Good on you, Ferrari, for doing that. That's why they were in the dream team this weekend. McLaren, both Danny Rick and Norris finishing in the points. They're looking at a Hungary bonus. And Mercedes and Alpine, they're both starting a new streak. They're going to be looking at Spa after the summer break. But they've got to all finish in the points again this weekend or next weekend at Hungary to be able to do that. Plan your teams accordingly. Mercedes with the double in Spa. They could be a goer. They could be a goer. The current driver standings, no change at the top. Verstappen and Hamilton, Norris, Perez, Bottas, Leclerc, Sainz, all still there. Ricciardo jumps up a place, making it 4 teams in the top 8. But it is close. Verstappen only leads Hamilton now by 8 points. Norris cemented in 3rd with the best value for this season. Bottas still not quite 1. Ricciardo not quite 1. But lots of value to be had. Points per million per race. Gasly dropping down to let Ricciardo up. Alonso making it into the top 10. Welcome. Welcome, Fernando. The bottom 10 looks like this. Vettel is the one that makes way for Alonso. Stroll and Raikkonen switch. Tsunoda and Ocon switch. Schumacher, still pretty good value at 1.5. If you can fit him in your team at 5.8 million, he did make the dud team this last weekend, but you put in a 5.8 million, you're freeing up dollars for maybe having a Verstappen and Hamilton team. That would be pretty stellar. Constructors standings look like this. We had an Aston Martin AlphaTauri switcheroo. Aston Martin now in 5th with 185 points. Ferrari, they are 53 behind McLaren, and Mercedes are 27 behind Red Bull. So we've got some tight battles for 1st, 2nd, and then 3rd and 4th up there. And 5th and 6th, since they swapped around. Alpine sneaking up there as well. Alpha, Haas, and Williams bringing up the rear. Oh, look at that, McLaren only just ahead of Red Bull now. I should be working out who's got the best value out of these teams as the season goes through. All right, qualifying now. Battles top after 10 races. This is what it looks like. Gasly and Russell still with a perfect record. Verstappen, Schumacher have only dropped 1. Giovinazzi's dropped 2. Leclerc, Hamilton and Norris are all leading 7-3. Vettel and Alonso 6-4. So who are you going to pick up for a bonus 2 points if they beat their teammate? Gasly and Russell looking pretty good. But then you look at the race battles. Gasly's up 7-3. So Gasly's a pretty good shout for a bonus 5 each week. Russell's a pretty good shout for a bonus 5, beating his Latifi now 8-2. Schumacher 8-2 as well. Pretty good shout for him. Hamilton over Bottas. Norris over Ricciardo. Verstappen over Perez. Alonso, man, he's hit back at Ocon. Ocon was up, I think, 5-0. Alonso's come back at him. Stroll just over Vettel. Leclerc just over Sainz. Raikkonen and Giovinazzi, they're 5 apiece as well. So, if you're looking at a team and you're wondering which driver to take, maybe bonus points are the clincher. I think it's going to sway you one way or the other. All right, on to the bonus, onto the Fantasy Private League now. If you'd like to join the league, do it. There's the code. It's called the Blockheads. We have 22 teams, and if you finish in the top 3 for a round, you will be highlighted right here. The first place from Britain, fantasy-wise. I love saying that. Verstappen was the Mega, Norris was the Turbo, Schumacher, Perez, Leclerc, and Red Bull for 281 points. That was his Mega. That was Newms Mega. Man, if you megaed Leclerc, whoa, that would have been huge. Second place, one of my teams, I Saw the Signs, took a punt on Ferrari being up there, and they sure did. Turbo with Norris rather than Perez to try and pick up those bonus. Also had Alonso, Tsunoda and Verstappen, kind of neither here nor there, but 270 points, nothing to sneeze at. Good job, me. Third place for this weekend, we have Silver Team 2, sneaking in Verstappen and Hamilton. No Mega to play, but still Norris with the turbo. Giovinazzi and Schumacher, two lower priced drivers to be able to afford Hamilton and Verstappen. McLaren as the team, again, nothing to sneeze at. 267, third place by 3 points. Here's the Fantasy League as it stands. Oh, I'm covering up Connor's Vroom Vroom team. Sorry, right. 218 in there. I think that's 1774 is the points total. Now, these are the points since round 2. You want to see the points since round 1, jump on to fantasy.formula 1 and you can check out and see. But because we had a bunch of people join since Imola, we're recording the points here since round number 2. And there's been a little bit of a change at the top. Of course, using the Mega Driver to pick up 281 points, jumping into second place by 3 over the engine blockheads. But Silver Team 2, man, streaking ahead, 1897. Good year, or so I hear. Everyone up to 16th place has used that Mega Driver. Potentially some ghost ships from 17 down, people who haven't used that Mega. But Shrothic Team 1, 250 points. Man, that's a good haul for a potential, potential ghost ship. A few people still left to use their wild cards. If you don't use it this week before Hungary, you'll lose it. You don't get another one. You don't get this one carried over. You do get another one. After Hungary, they are all going to reset. Everyone gets another Mega Driver. Everyone gets another wild card. So you may as well use it. Make some changes. Put those things in the team. And try and claw your way up. A bit of a gap between 3rd and 4th. 4th and 5th. But still a few places to make up. Across the board there. Across the board. Not too far off the 2,000 points. So here's the season calendar. I did hear from Jib and Reel this... Oh, sorry. Did hear from Jib and Reel this week on Reddit. Thank you very much for letting me use the calendar. The link, the credit will be in the description. So you can go and check that out. I have made a couple of small changes, and I will be making another change when Australia gets replaced, if Australia gets replaced. Of course, Austria got mucked around. Turkey coming in to replace Singapore. So, yeah, there are changes. There are changes being made all the time because of the COVID that's going around. Hamilton now with 4 wins to Verstappen's 5. Of course, these are fantasy wins, not actual race wins. But still, that's what we're doing. After Hungary, we've got Belgium, Netherlands, off to Monza, off to Russia, Turkey, Japan. Be interesting to see how this season shapes up. I can't wait. I can't wait. Well, the next race we have coming up is the Hungarian Formula 1 Grand Prix, July 30th to August 1st, qualifying back to Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m, July 31st. Get your changes in by 3 p.m. Use your Mega if you haven't already. Use your wild card if you haven't already, because remember, after Hungary, we have the summer break, and then those chips are reset. Everyone gets another 1 Mega and another 1 wild card. The first lot do not carry over. Well, half the season nearly over. It'll be interesting to see how we go, but we'll take it one race at a time here with the Fantasy Wrap. Well, that's a wrap for me. Thank you very much for watching and listening. My name is Fox Blockhead. Until next time, I'll see you later, alligators.